Look here, this is the real definition of I am selling, no, but I cannot see any money. This is the weapon fashioned against many business owners. See, whenever I show you a report like this, don't think I am exaggerating, because I work with business owners one-on-one, and this is the reality of many business owners. So for this business, the same way money is coming in, that is how the money is leaving. So what can make a business be in this kind of situation? One, if your pricing does not cover your total cost, that is your direct cost and your indirect cost, you will never be far from this. Many of you focus only on your direct cost, which is the actual cost of making your product or buying from the supplier or offering your service, and you neglect your expenses. So at the end of the day, after making all the money, you will use the money to settle your expenses. Two, your price may be okay, but just that the cost of running your business is just too high compared to the size of that business, that it will be impossible to include all that cost in your pricing. And so because all of them are not included in your pricing, at the end of the day, whatever little money you make, you still use it to solve the expenses. Three, your cost, your price may be very okay, but you are not just selling enough. Now imagine that your cost price is 5,000, but you're selling the product 10,000. Then at the end of the month, you're able to sell only 10 pieces. Why? You've already spent 300k as expenses. So what you do if you find yourself in this kind of situation? First, don't guess the solution. First of all, find out the cost. Is it high cost, wrong pricing, low sales? So how can you find out the cost? As we are working with me together, this is how I'm going to help you. I will do cost price versus selling price analysis. So I'm going to determine the cost of your individual product or services and compare with their respective selling price. This will reveal to us whether you're even making profit or not on each of your products or services. Then if the profit is little or you're not even making profit, the next is why. So I'm now going to review your direct cost, your expenses, to know whether you're overspending. Also, I will compare your cost against your sales by first establishing how much sales are you supposed to be making monthly to be able to cover your cost. So are you making that number of sales? Do you even have the capacity to make the sales? So I will compare your cost against your sales to get the margin. By the time I'm done with this comparison and analysis, the actual cost will be established. And once the actual cost is established, the next is solution. So if pricing is the issue, how can we increase the price without chasing customers away? That is where psychological pricing strategies come in. If your sales is poor, how do we boost sales? What kind of promo should we use to boost our sales without reducing our selling price or reducing our profit? And if the problem is your cost, we'll be able to identify areas where you're overspending and also check whether you are combining business and personal expenses, business and personal money together, then give you strategies on how to separate them. You see that booking a one-on-one session with me is just compulsory. If you honestly want to understand your numbers, if you honestly want to know why you have been struggling all through these years, but no growth, you're not seeing anything, you need to book that session. Let's sit down and check your numbers. Let's sit down and be sure your price is okay, that you're selling enough, that your expenses is not bigger than your business capacity. Just click the link below or send a DM and book a one-on-one session with me.